Trust. It is so fragile. One wrong step, one moment of weakness, and it shatters into pieces too sharp to pick up without bleeding. I never thought it would happen to me. No one ever does. I believed in love, in loyalty, in forever. But love has a cruel way of testing those who hold onto it too tightly. I thought we were happy. At least that is what I told myself every morning when I woke up beside him. When I kissed him goodbye. When I convinced myself that his late nights and silences were just part of life. But the truth does not whisper. It does not tap gently on your shoulder. It crashes down, hard and mercilessly, stripping away every lie you have told yourself. It all started with a game. A simple game. Just for fun, he said. No harm in it. But there is no such thing as harmless when it comes to desire. A playful touch, a knowing glance, a secret that never should have been shared. The kind of thrill that makes a person forget what they stand to lose. And when the game went too far, there was no turning back. I found out. And when I did, my world did not just break, it exploded. The pain, the anger, the disbelief, it consumed me. But this is not just a story about betrayal. No, this is a story about what happens next. When the victim refuses to stay silent. When pain turns into something else, something darker. Because some betrayals deserve forgiveness. Others, they deserve justice. And trust me, I made sure he paid for it. I used to believe in perfect love, the kind that stays steady, unwavering, the kind that holds you even when the world feels like it is collapsing around you. That was what we had, or at least that was what I thought. His name was Elian. And to me, he was everything. We met in college. I remember the way he looked at me the first time, like I was the only thing in the world worth noticing. It was not just attraction. It was something deeper, something real. I felt safe with him. He made me laugh when life felt too heavy and pulled me close when the world seemed too distant. When he proposed, I did not hesitate. Saying yes to him was the easiest decision I had ever made. We built a life together, a home, a love story that others envied. Our wedding was small but beautiful, just close friends, family, and a promise. Always. That was what he whispered in my ear when we exchanged vows. I will love you. Always. For years I believed it. Our routine was simple but comforting. Mornings filled with sleepy kisses and warm coffee. Evenings spent on the couch, legs tangled under a shared blanket. Weekends that felt like stolen time, just us, wrapped in the quiet kind of love that does not need words to exist. But looking back, I see it now. The cracks, the moments I ignored, the things I chose not to see. The first signs were subtle, almost invisible. A missed call that went unanswered, a message he quickly deleted. The way his eyes flickered with something unreadable when I asked him about work. Just busy, he would say, pressing a quick kiss to my forehead before leaving. Nothing to worry about, babe. And I believed him, because that is what love does. It makes you trust, even when you shouldn't. Then there was the game. It started at a party. One of those casual gatherings with mutual friends, cheap wine and laughter that felt too loud, too forced. Someone suggested it. Just an innocent game meant to stir things up. It was harmless at first. Just questions, dares, a way to make the night more interesting. But the line between fun and something else is thinner than people realize. Let's make it a little more exciting, someone had said, smirking. Couples swap partners for a round, just for fun. Nothing serious. I laughed it off at first. We all did. It was ridiculous. Just a joke. A way to test boundaries without actually crossing them. But when I looked at Elian, something was different. The way his lips curved, not quite a smile, not quite hesitation. The way his fingers tapped against the glass in his hand, a small movement, restless, uncertain. I should have said something then, stopped it, walked away, but I did not, because why would I? He loved me. He chose me, didn't he? So I let it happen. The dares got riskier. The laughter turned hushed, a stolen glance here, a lingering touch there. It was nothing until it was something. I should have noticed how his hand lingered a second too long on her back, how he leaned in just a little closer when she whispered something in his ear. But I brushed it off. I trusted him. That night, we went home like nothing had happened. I curled up against him in bed, my head resting against his chest, listening to the steady rhythm of his heartbeat. It felt the same. He felt the same. But something had changed. The next few weeks passed like a slow-moving storm. The way he looked at me felt different. Like he was there, but not there. His phone was always face down. His work nights got later. His touch, when it came, felt distant. I told myself I was imagining things, that I was being paranoid. But then, the messages started. I never meant to look. I was never the kind of person who checked. But one night, as his phone buzzed on the table beside me, something inside me shifted. A name I did not recognize. A conversation that had been quickly erased, but not quickly enough. A single word left on the screen. Tonight? My stomach turned to ice. I stared at it, waiting, praying that there was a logical explanation, that I was wrong, that he was not who I thought he was becoming. Then he walked in. His eyes met mine, and for a fraction of a second, I saw it. Guilt. It was there, written across his face. And in that moment, I knew. The game had not ended that night. It had only just begun. I did not say anything at first. I sat there, gripping the phone in my hand, the screen still glowing, still whispering the truth I did not want to hear. Tonight? That single word was a blade against my ribs, twisting, cutting deeper with every beat of silence between us. Elian did not move. He just stood there, frozen in the doorway, watching me. Whose number is this? My voice barely made it out. It sounded distant, like it belonged to someone else. His face barely flickered. No panic, no shock. Just a slow exhale, a hesitation too slight to notice if I had not been looking for it. It's nothing, he said, stepping forward. Just a friend from work. A friend. That word had never felt so filthy before. I should have believed him. I wanted to. But my gut was screaming. I turned the phone toward him, the message still glaring back at us. Tonight? So why is she asking about tonight? The way his jaw clenched, the way his fingers curled into fists. Those small movements spoke louder than anything he could have said. He was lying. Give me your phone. His whole body tensed. What? Your phone, Elian. Give it to me. A long silence stretched between us. The kind that suffocates. The kind that makes your world tilt and buckle under the weight of something you know you will never come back from. Then, he laughed, low, hollow. Are you serious? He shook his head, rubbing his temple like I was being irrational. You don't trust me? Something inside me snapped. Trust you? My voice rose, sharp, cutting through the air between us. I want to trust you, but that... I jabbed a finger at the screen, my hands trembling. That does not look like nothing. His face darkened. I had seen that look before. The defensive look. The one he used when he wanted to turn the tables, to make me the villain. You're overreacting. Overreacting. The words slammed into me like a fist. Number not this time. I stood, heart pounding so violently I thought it might break free from my chest. Let me see your phone. Elian's grip tightened around it, knuckles turning white, and that was all the proof I needed. Oh my God, you're hiding something. The silence between us turned lethal. I could see it now, the fear in his eyes, the gears turning in his mind, scrambling for a way out. But there was no way out. No excuse. No lie that could undo what had already been done. "Who is she?" I demanded, my voice shaking. "Tell me the truth." Elian exhaled sharply, running a hand through his hair. He looked everywhere but at me, at the floor, at the wall, at the clock ticking behind me like a slow, mocking countdown to the moment my world would finally shatter. "It was just a game," he muttered. "You know that. That night at the party?" Stop. I could not listen to this. I would not. Just a game? My laugh was bitter, choked. A game that did not end? Elian swallowed hard, his silence screaming louder than any confession. My knees buckled. I stumbled back, gripping the edge of the counter to keep myself upright. "Oh my God!" My breath hitched. "How long?" He did not answer. "Elian, how long?" His gaze flickered, shame tightening his features, and then softly, "A few weeks, a few weeks." The words crashed over me, crushing, suffocating, stealing the breath from my lungs. My chest burned, my vision blurred. I wanted to scream, to throw something, to hurt him the way he had just hurt me. But all I could do was stand there, drowning in the weight of something I had never wanted to believe was possible. "Who is she?" Another long pause. Then, Lisa. I knew that name. I had talked to her, laughed with her. She was there that night, the party, the game. She had sat across from me, smiling, drinking, and touching my husband in ways I had been too blind to notice. My stomach twisted violently. I thought I might be sick. "You said it was nothing," I whispered. My voice felt small, broken. "You made me feel crazy, like I was imagining things." He looked away. Coward. I never meant for it to go this far. That was when the first tear slipped down my cheek. But it did. Elian exhaled, raking a hand over his face. "I swear it meant nothing." "Stop." My voice cracked, raw with something I did not recognize, something dark. "Do not stand there and lie to me. Do not make this worse." He fell silent. The air between us was thick with something heavy. Unbearable. This was it. The moment that changed everything, and I could feel it deep in my bones. Nothing would ever be the same again. I do not remember how long I stood there, frozen in that moment, drowning in the weight of his betrayal. Seconds, minutes, time blurred, warped into something unrecognizable. My chest tightened, my breathing shallow, my body trembling as if it was rejecting the truth my mind had been forced to accept. Lisa. Her name echoed in my head like a cruel taunt. I never meant for it to go this far. His voice still lingered in the air between us, weak, empty, pathetic. My fingers curled into fists. I felt my nails dig into my palms, sharp enough to break the skin, sharp enough to ground me in the rage that had begun to boil beneath my grief. "You did not mean for it to go this far?" My voice was barely above a whisper, but the venom in it made Elian flinch. "Then what did you mean to happen, Elian?" He ran a hand through his hair, exhaling sharply. "I do not know. Bullshit." The word tore from my throat, raw, unhinged. He jumped at the sound, his face paling. I had never yelled like that before. Not at him, not at anyone. But I needed him to feel this, to feel even a fraction of the pain he had just carved into me. "You knew exactly what you were doing." My voice cracked, my body trembling violently. "You made a choice, Elian. You made a choice every single time you picked up your phone, every single time you saw her, every single time you looked me in the eyes and lied." I took a step forward. He took a step back. "Did you love her?" His eyes widened. "What?" "Did you, Love her? He looked away, and that was my answer. My stomach twisted. I felt like I was going to throw up. How many times? What? How many times did you sleep with her? Elian's Adam's apple bobbed as he swallowed hard. Tell me. A few, he muttered, his voice barely audible. A few. The words felt like acid in my mouth. It was not just once, not just a mistake. It was a pattern, a habit, a choice he made over and over again while coming home to me, while looking me in the eyes, while lying in our bed. Where? My voice shook. Where did you do it? Does it matter? My vision blurred with rage. It matters to me. Elian sighed, rubbing his temples. A hotel, once at her place, once in... He stopped, but I already knew. In our bed? My voice came out hoarse, strangled. He hesitated for just a second too long, and I snapped. I lunged for him before I even realized what I was doing. My hand slammed against his chest, shoving him back with all the force I could muster. He stumbled, barely catching himself before he hit the wall. You brought her into our home? I was shaking, my breaths ragged. Into our bed? It was a mistake. His voice was louder now, desperate. I was not thinking. It was just sex. My head tilted slightly, my vision blurring at the edges. That is what you were going to say, right? Silence. I laughed. It was a sound I did not recognize. Cold, detached, borderline hysterical. You disgust me. Elian stepped closer. Please, just listen. No. My voice was steady now. You do not get to ask me for anything. He exhaled sharply, shaking his head. I made a mistake. No, Elian, you made a decision. Tears burned my eyes, but I refused to let them fall. He did not deserve them. How long would you have kept lying to me? He hesitated. I do not know. I let out a humorless chuckle. Of course you don't. A thick silence filled the space between us. I could hear the clock ticking, the sound of my breathing, the distant hum of a car passing outside. The small, insignificant noises of the world continued, oblivious to the fact that my entire existence had just been ripped apart. I should have left, walked away, packed a bag and disappeared before he could say another word. But I was not ready to be the one who left. I wanted him to suffer. Does she know? Elian blinked. What? Does Lisa know that I know? He hesitated. No, not yet. A slow, bitter smile spread across my lips. Good. Elian frowned. What does that mean? I tilted my head. It means that you are going to tell her, right now. His brows furrowed. What? Number that is between me and you. No, Elian. I took a step forward, my voice eerily calm. You do not get to hide this. You do not get to walk away from this and pretend it never happened. You will tell her, or I will. He exhaled, rubbing his face. And then what? He muttered. What do you want from me? Do you want me to beg? To grovel? I want you to feel everything I am feeling right now. I cut him off, my voice razor sharp. He fell silent. I want you to lose sleep over this. I want you to wake up in the middle of the night with guilt clawing at your chest. I want you to look at yourself in the mirror and hate what you see. I want every kiss she gives you to taste like a lie. Because that is what you are now, Elian, a liar. Tears welled up in his eyes, but I did not care. Call her. What? Call her, Elian, right now. He swallowed hard. Please, don't do this. Do it. A long silence stretched between us, then slowly, reluctantly, he reached for his phone. I watched as he dialed, watched as he put the phone to his ear, watched as his expression twisted when she answered. And then, with ice in my veins, I leaned in close, just close enough for him to hear the final words I would ever say to him as his wife. "Put it on speaker." Elian's hands trembled as he switched the call to the speaker. "Hey, you." Lisa's voice spilled through the speaker like poison, smooth and confident, completely unaware of the storm about to rip through her world. "I was wondering when you'd call." My stomach twisted. I clenched my jaw, forcing myself to stay still. Elian swallowed hard. "Lisa, we need to talk." Silence then. "What is wrong?" Her voice had changed. She knew, not the details, not yet, but she knew something was coming. Elian shot me a desperate look, as if pleading for a way out. There was none. "Tell her." His throat bobbed, his breathing shallow. "Lisa, she knows." Silence, then a sharp intake of breath. "What?" Elian exhaled shakily. "She found out about us." The line went dead quiet. I leaned closer, my voice ice cold. "Not just about you, but about everything, every lie, every time, every word you whispered in my ear while sneaking off to be with her." Lisa's breathing became uneven. Do not." I cut her off, my voice sharp enough to slice through the glass. "Do not insult me by pretending you did not know. You were there, playing your part, laughing, watching me live in ignorance while you stole what was not yours." "It was not like that." "It was exactly like that." Elian dropped his head into his hands, exhaling shakily. "Please just..." "What?" I turned to him, my rage blistering through my veins. "You want me to stop? To let you two have your private moment? To let you clean up this mess before it stains the perfect little life you were building behind my back?" He squeezed his eyes shut. Lisa was silent. "Cowards. You both deserve each other." I reached for Elian's phone and ended the call before either of them could respond. A deep silence filled the room. I stood there for a long moment staring at him. The man I had loved, the man I had trusted, the man I had built my life with. And I felt nothing, the grief, the heartbreak, the disbelief. It was still there, but something new had taken its place. A cold, quiet certainty. "I am leaving." His head snapped up. "Wait, what?" "You heard me." My voice was calm, even. "I will not scream. I will not beg. I will not waste another second of my life trying to fix something you have already burned to the ground." He took a step toward me. I stepped back. "I love you," he whispered. I laughed, a hollow, bitter sound. "No, Elian, you loved you, and that is the only thing you will ever love." I turned, walking toward the bedroom. I could hear his breathing behind me, heavy and panicked, but he did not follow. He knew it was over. I packed quickly, my hands steady. No hesitation, no second thoughts. By the time I walked out the door, I did not look back. I did not need to, because some endings are not tragedies. Some endings are freedom. I walked out of that house and never looked back. Not once. Not for a second. The night air was cold against my skin, but I welcomed it. It felt like a cleansing, like the first deep breath after holding it in for too long. I drove away with nothing but a packed bag and a heart that had been torn apart. But somehow I knew I would be okay. Because what he did do to me, what did they do to me? It did not define me. It took time, days, weeks, months. I grieved. I broke down in the middle of the night, screaming into my pillow, fists clenched, heart aching. But with every sunrise, I healed. I rebuilt. I became someone stronger. Elian called, texted, apologized, begged. I ignored every single one. Lisa. She disappeared. Whatever fantasy they had built together crumbled as soon as reality set in. Betrayal never looks as pretty under the weight of guilt. And me? I thrived, not overnight, not easily, but piece by piece, I put myself back together. Because betrayal does not destroy you. It only reveals who you truly are, and I refuse to let them define me. A message to you. If you have ever been betrayed, if you have ever felt the sting of lies, the weight of heartbreak, the agony of watching someone you love throw it all away, you are not alone. It does not break you, it remakes you. The pain? It fades. The anger, it turns out. And one day, without even realizing it, you wake up and realize you are free. So now I want to hear from you. Have you ever experienced betrayal? How did you handle it? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your story might help someone who needs to hear it. And if you want more real-life stories like this, stories that expose the truth and dive deep into the raw, unfiltered realities of relationships, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. If this story resonated with you, give it a like, because sometimes the hardest truths deserve to be heard. Thank you for watching. Stay strong, stay aware, and most importantly, never let anyone make you doubt your worth.